Gentlelady from Tennessee, Ms. Black, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Donovan, for being here today. I know this question has been asked previously, but I just want for the record, does the President's budget balance at the end of the 10-year window?
The President's budget meets the key fiscal tests that we've set out and that are pretty broadly recognized.
If I could just reclaim my time, yes or no, does it balance at the end of the 10-year window?
The President's budget achieves the key fiscal targets that we've set, bringing deficits below 3% of GDP throughout the entire window and reducing the deficit by $1.8 trillion.
I'm going to reclaim my time because I know that it adds $8.5 trillion in debt, and that is a direction that I don't think any of us think that we should be going toward. And I want to then take this to a point in the budget that it kind of comes back, very personal thing to my state, where the President is offering this new program where folks could get a free community college education. And he did come to the state of Tennessee and visit us, and as a matter of fact, he patterned it off of the Tennessee Promise program. But I want to clear for the record that it is not the same, because it is being said that this is the same as what we're doing in Tennessee. As a matter of fact, in Tennessee, the students must be high school graduates coming out of high school. The program requires that there is a mentor, that they have to do community service time. It's a 2.0 GPA. And it also comes from the lottery reserves, so it is not an additional debt for our state. But what I see in the President's budget is that we're going to have a $60 billion cost of over 10 years. And that's not also including, if this were handed down to the states, what their cost would be. It would be estimated to be about another $20 billion for the states. So it is a different program entirely in that it is paid for in a different way, not by taxpayer money, but by lottery money in our state. So my question for you is, how did the administration arrive at the estimate for the cost of this federal program over the 10 years?
I don't have that detailed information in front of me. I'd be happy to provide it to your office afterwards. What I would say is that it is more than fully paid for by other savings and revenues that we have in the budget. So it's fully offset.
By additional taxes, not cuts, but by additional taxes.
We do achieve savings on the spending side as well. So it is fully offset in the budget.
Additional taxes. How many additional new taxes will be in this budget?
What we do on the tax side, we have actually 44 million families who have their middle-class families who have their taxes cut by an average of $600 per year. That is fully paid for. In addition, we have about $640 billion of loopholes that we close, and other revenues we raise, particularly from highest income changes. And we also have significant revenues that come from new workers that come in and pay taxes from immigration reform.
Sir, thank you very much. Since the federal government has become a main player in the student loan market, we've seen a skyrocketing of tuitions. What do you think that this program is going to do, considering what we've already seen has occurred as a result of the federal government getting involved?
Actually, what the President has done during his time in office is to dramatically increase assistance to students through increased Pell Grants and a number of other means. We're proposing in this budget to significantly expand tax credits for families that are paying for college to help them, and we've created a scorecard which would hold colleges accountable to actually lower their costs and drive down tuition.
And that does help me, because that tells me that you've done something on the other side. I'd like to see that information about what the scorecard would look like, because there's a great concern that policies, and especially this with the student loans, we have seen the tuitions really go up and really push a lot of those lower income and middle income out of the actual market. And I just want to end here by saying that I'm very concerned about the states and what kind of mandate this would place on the states, because $20 billion for states that are already struggling is a lot of money.